Hey guys, this is Zane Morris from Death by Leisure. October marks a very important month for me for one special reason. My childhood favourite is back, and a game that managed to surpass one of my favourites in almost every way. With this said, I should point out that I'm obviously a fanboy, but in a way that should make this review even more accurate, as time and time have us gamers been betrayed by superhero video games. Being left with a, if you're gonna do it properly state of mind, I'm happy to say that Batman Arkham City, developed by Rocksteady Studios and Warner Bros, is every bit the superhero game we've all been waiting for. There is a lot of good about this game. Villain character designs are scary, and on the dark side of the Batman universe, Batman seems to lick his age, and it really comes to show, especially after how he managed to look more beat up than ever before in Arkham Asylum. The textures are awesome. The city literally shines. Zip-wiring to the top of a gargoyle, overlooking the marvellous landscape, and lurching there whilst listening to the conversations of henchmen 50 feet below you, feels like it should. You feel like you always imagined Batman would in that position. Experience is obtained for every enemy killed, which makes the fighting seem more worthwhile if you run into a batch of henchmen. One of Arkham Asylum's main features has remained a powerful tool in Arkham City. The AI has been revamped to create the free-flow version 2 model of fighting. Combat feels fast and fluid, with Batman leaping from corner to corner, slapping people up as we would expect him to. Voice acting is top-notch. From Catwoman, to Penguin, to Harvey, to Harlequin, we constantly receive 5-star voice acting that deserves an Oscar in itself. Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy reprised their roles as the Joker and Batman respectively. Hamill's brilliant as usual, and it's a shame that this game might be his last outing as the voice of Joker after so many years. The infrared vision in the first game was so practical that I found myself having it on at least 3/5 of the time of playing the game. The game now forces you out of the infrared vision every time you're hit during a fight. This time around, it's been tweaked to only really be necessary when in a room filled with thugs, and silent takedowns become your method of choice. This forces us away from what almost felt like a cheat tool, pressing us to fully enjoy Arkham City. A variety of puzzle elements have been added, in which various of Batman tools and gadgets are used to get around. This can feel like a novelty inclusion, but they're by no means a cause for concern. The soundtrack is also brilliant, and anyone who paid a little bit of extra cash for the limited edition version receives it as part of the package. If you pay for the game brand new, then you also get Catwoman as a playable character. She has her own set of moves and a story that further expands the story of Arkham City. If you pre-ordered that game in the UK, or were lucky enough to get your hands on one of the limited editions like myself after release date, you also get Robin, who looks pretty badass in his new outfit, with a shape up that reflects his age as well. In Arkham Asylum, I didn't particularly enjoy collecting the Riddler puzzles. However, I know many people that spent hours of time collecting them, so they'll be happy to know the Riddler is back, in spirit once again. Will of Vengeance, you'll definitely be collecting for weeks. Finally, I feel the need to mention that my good game prize have been heard since Deus Ex Human Revolution. New Game Plus has been included, and I cannot wait to try it out. Everything I have to say that's bad about this game are more personal gripes than fatal flaws, but for the sake of an equal review, I'll go into them. Arkham City suffers from the Assassin's Creed problem of seeming too easy with fights, alternating just between X and Y. As it serves to the fluidity of the fights, I can see why they had to do it this way, but as a veteran gamer, I kinda like some difficulty in my games. The camera feels the need to sit right behind Batman whilst casually walking, which shrouds the screen, distracting you from the game's beauty. This is easily solved by running, but I still find it quite annoying. As happy as I am to see all these characters from the Batman universe, I can't help but feel like they could have each had their own game, and at times they feel kind of like a cameo rather than a full inclusion. When you level up, big green text flashes constantly until you distribute the point. I personally like to pool my points before I distribute them, so I actually feel like I notice the difference. The point will make sure you haven't forgotten about it. Guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about Arkham City. I recommend you pick it up soon and give it a play. It might just be worth your while. Thanks again for the time, guys. Be sure to follow Death by Leisure on Twitter and check the link in the description for the full review.